So they've started shooting the Batman movie out in public like we already knew, but they've started actually shooting with the Batman suit. So there's images, videos going viral absolutely everywhere. Even BBC News in the UK is showing some footage from Glasgow, which is odd because it's a movie, but it's pretty cool. So let's get into it. So if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. At the 100,000 subscribe mark, we'll be giving away a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X or a Switch. So it's not actually Robert Pattinson that we see in the suit, the bat suit. This looks more like a stunt suit because it looks slightly different to the official reveal we got, but we didn't really see anything because it had a red filter on. So it is pretty interesting looking suit. It does look like the eyes will be glowing up, which hasn't really been done much in live action. It was done in the animated Batman, but it's not really been done much recently in live action. Ben Affleck's BVS suit was more blue and whitish, so it's not really been done that much recently. So the ears are sticking out just like we thought they would. Not really sure why they hid that in the teaser trailer nearly a week ago now. Doesn't really make much sense. But what is also cool is the Batbike is there, which is awesome, or Batcycle, depends what they're going to call it. Everyone's expecting a Batmobile, but no one's actually officially confirmed there will be a Batmobile. In the earlier days, Batman 0 and Year 1 kind of, he used more of a Batcycle, so I hope they use a Batmobile, but there's no actual official confirmation. So if you're seeing the image that's going to overlay now, you will see it's an absolute replica from the comic book arc of the Courts of Owls. You can see. Now, I don't know if they're knives or darts. They look more like darts to me. But no worry, guys. I'll overlay another picture. The stunt suits are fine. It would not look like this in the movie. Now, I'm posting this video pretty late because I was out when this information came out. But it won't look like this in the movie. It will look more polished. It will look greater. So what is also cool is I absolutely love this suit. Let me know down below, guys. Is we get our first look at Catwoman. Well, not really Catwoman. It's Catwoman's stunt double. She's on the bike as well, which is cool, which means the Catwoman reveal, we do see leather, we do see her trousers, but it's not really relevant what the stunt double's wearing. So I don't know if this is part of the stunt. So they are driving through a Glasgow cemetery, which obviously is going to be a Gotham cemetery, so to speak. And then we get the Batman stunt double, who actually looks a lot bigger than Robert Pattinson, to be honest. He falls off the bike. Now, I don't know if this is a stunt or if this was an error because they're not being chased. Now, I've seen a few people on Twitter saying, yeah, it's part of the stunt. It was supposed to happen. But it can't be a motorbike chase because if you look in the footage, they're not being chased. So this is a reason why they have stunt doubles in movies. Now, unless you're someone like Tom Cruise is famous for doing his own stunts. Whilst they were filming the most recent Mission Impossible, he jumped over a gap, broke his ankle, but carried on. Now, usually, if there are massive stunts that go wrong, it costs the movies a lot of money because they have to obviously hold back shooting and it can delay movies by months. So that's the main reason, and for insurance purposes, that's why they have to have stunt doubles. So there is a comparable size difference from Robert Pattinson to this stunt double. This stunt double looks like Batfleck for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting Batfleck vibes, but I am really loving it. And then BBC dropped a bit of footage that I would have overlaid in the start of this video, which essentially is the same that the Batman Batfleck, I guess you could say, Batcycle, but I really hope it's called Batbike, but they called it Batbike on Batwoman, so maybe not. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. A lot of people don't understand how long it takes to shoot an actual scene in Hollywood. They're not just going to, I believe they're shooting here for 3 days, but it won't be this scene, then the Batmobile. Everyone's expecting the Batmobile to come so freaking fast. Not really sure if that will actually happen, but it is cool that they are starting to shoot in public. As we know, this movie's not coming out till next June, July, next summer. So a year and a half away now. So chill, guys. There's going to be so much Batman-based content to talk about. So also, something that's pretty cool is someone on Twitter posted a location of what looks very reminiscent of the Arkham Asylum, which is a Glasgow infirmary. If you've played the Arkham Asylum video game, or if you remember Arkham Asylum from any of the other Batman movies, it looks pretty reminiscent of Arkham Asylum Hospital, so to speak. I think that's why they've picked Glasgow. It's kind of gothic-y, it's kind of dark, and it will look really cool when they add post-production and post-effects and just make everything look more polished when they go through to edit. So I am very, very much looking forward to how slick it's already looking, even though there isn't really much to talk about, but we kind of can see Catwoman's body double, Stunt woman. You see a leather, but you can't really see anything underneath, but you know that Catwoman reveal is coming. We've also got, obviously, what Penguin's going to look like, what Falcone's going to look like, what Two-Face is going to look like, what rumourly Mad Hatter's going to look like. There's a lot of characters in this movie, but overall, there's not really much more to speak about other than what I've already gone out. I absolutely love the stunt suit. I think it looks freaking awesome. I will most likely put it in the thumbnail because it's not a spoiler at this point because it's absolutely everywhere, but it looks reminiscent. It looks freaking fantastic. At first, I was a bit skeptical, but it does look pretty cool. The bat symbol in the middle definitely looks detachable. And he also looks like he's been beat up. I can't make it out. He's got dots everywhere. I don't know if they're CGI dots. I'm pretty sure they're not. He's got some. He looks like he's been beaten up. So maybe they're in some kind of fight. Not specifically sure what's going on. Like I say, I don't really think it was a chase scene. I think it's a genuine mistake where he fell off the bike. I didn't think he meant to do that. But it is raining, so it's pretty slippy. So if you've ever used a motorbike, it's very easy to fall over. And it's definitely wasn't in the stunt. It's definitely not in the stunt. But it is interesting how it's got over 1.1 million views on the Twitter post that I'm looking at right now. So it is pretty cool. So like always, guys, let me know everything down below. And for all the latest and greatest Batman news, make sure to check out BatSource on Twitter. I will leave everything down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel also to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest Batman news. So there's also a bunch of other things to go over, which we're going to go over in just a second. So we're getting a much better look and a much better understanding of when this movie is set. The fact that there is an iPhone being seen on set in the footage where someone is randomly getting jumped. As I said before, that's not Robin Pattinson, it's a random Gotham citizen. So we know it's got to be set in the modern day. It is also looking like, although it's not been confirmed regardless of what any insider tells you, it's looking like they are following the 0-year storyline, or at least Batman Year 1 and Batman Year 2, when Batman's not fully developed, not fully there, so to speak, in the aspects that he's still developing. The suit will change multiple times. Now, what is interesting is it appears that the cathedral scene will be blown up because they have built a replica cathedral in the set, in the carrier in Bedfordshire, where they were also shooting. So the long Halloween storyline, they will be shooting it. I know that specifically, not just because there's pumpkins that have randomly shown up, because they're actually back from January. It's more the fact there's casting calls for a Halloween party, lots of Halloween stuff, a funeral scene also in northwest England, like Liverpool area, so we know there's going to be multiple deaths throughout this movie. It's essentially going to be a detective movie of Batman trying to figure out who is doing everything, and I'm presuming he's going to go to Penguin, he's going to go to Riddler, he's going to go to Two-Face, and all these different characters to try and find out what is actually happening. It's looking like Gotham is going to be in the trenches, as this suit looks more like a tactical suit. I can see it getting dark and gritty. Don't worry, we're not going to cover every single image, every single video footage every time it happens. So I said, guys, they're going to be shooting for the next couple of months, and there's going to be so much behind the scenes stuff coming out. It is interesting that the gauntlets on his suit look like they fire some kind of darts. Like I said, I'm not really sure if it's knives or darts or some kind of crossbow, but it is very interesting, and it will be interesting to see if this is following the storyline that most people receive, the long Halloween, the murderers of the holidays, because it is looking very interesting. I'm really surprised how much hype is around this movie, even though we've got hardly anything to go on. It is very fascinating, very good for a pop culture-based channel like mine. The Batmobile is coming, or is it? Is there even going to be one? I'm very interested to see what Selena Kyle looks like. Catwoman is going to be freaking awesome. We haven't seen Falcone. We haven't seen Jim Gordon. We haven't seen Riddler. We haven't seen Alfred Pennyworth. There's so much more to see, guys. This movie doesn't come out till June the 25th, 2021. I've just looked. So it's awesome. It's going to be pretty cool to see what's going to happen down the road. Like I said, there's not too much to go over, but I did want to go over this as I am one of the founding fathers of this content, as I've been covering it months and months before they started shooting it. So I only feel it's right that I keep covering it for you guys. So like always, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you have noticed, I am covering different content as well now. Godzilla vs. Kong, Jurassic World 3, Sonic the Hedgehog, loads of different topics. So if you've ever got any requests for me, just follow me on Twitter at WWarstu and Instagram at Warstu, warstu.com. Just let me know down below, positive or negative feedback. Any feedback, all feedback is good. It helps me improve. I know I've not done much Marvel content, but that will be coming. Like I said, guys, it's very, very dry for Marvel. And at the moment, there's more DC content to talk about. So Batfleck has recently come out and said that he lost passion for the role whilst shooting the Justice League reshoots. He's also come out and said that, yeah, they should show you the Snyder Cut. So now that Batfleck is getting on the Snyder Cut train, it's interesting. So are we ever going to see it? I don't know. I want to see it one day. But at the same time, there's supposed to be part 2 to the Justice League. So if we ever do get to see release said Snyder Cut, we're going to be left on a cliffhanger anyway. So is there absolutely any point seeing it? I don't know. I might do an independent, different video on the release of Snyder Cut because I've been supporting that movie for such a long time. Are they randomly going to drop it on HBO Max? HBO Max is getting a lot of traction for release of Snyder Cut stuff because people want it. As of the time recording this, HBO Max is trending on Twitter, and also release of Snyder Cut is also there. Every time HBO Max are getting bombarded with release the Snyder Cut stuff, which is interesting. And it's also cool. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.